Alright lads, how's it going?
Every time we're going to have an item on here, that's going to be the response. Hello everyone and welcome to the TAT, the terribly awesome Twosome. I'm Sol.
And I'm Eddie. What?
Yeah. And we bring you weird items to showcase on our epic apprentice chair. And this item has been brought to us by Eddie.
Yep.
Now Eddie, what is this?
This is I suppose a teddy bear of some description, a plushie of the Red Power Ranger. As anyone who was a child in the 90s would know, the Power Rangers were pretty badass. The red one is basically the leader. He's also the coolest guy. We just had a discussion with Sol a minute ago. It may have been called Eric. I might have just made that up, but it sounds. He looks a bit like an Eric.
Looks a bit like an Eric. Yeah. So I think it's the way the sheen of his helmet.
Yeah. There you go. That's exactly what I was thinking.
The gleam in the visor that says Eric. Basically.
It gives us that Eric energy, doesn't he?
Now was he the leader? Because wasn't there a green one that was replaced by a white one that was technically a leader? What were they to the troop?
I think they were additional. I know there was the blue, yellow, pink, and red, and black. There's a black one as well.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, even then, not fully understanding what was going on, but I always thought it was weird that the female was pink, the male was blue, the black guy was black, the Asian person was yellow. Yeah,
so good old fashioned 90s racism, you know.
Yeah. This one I really like because the shoes here have a little bit of cardboard in them to give them an extra bit of like.
Gives the illusion of standing up.
Yeah,
look,
exactly.
He actually looks like a human.
There you go.
I mean,
but we know he's not within.
He's also the way his arms are pointed. It looks like he's about to. He was about to start dancing. Look, you know, it's got motion. Look.
Yeah, it's got weird right. So these actually hold in position, which is something I don't think you see much in plushies nowadays.
No, he's ready to karate chop.
So they have a
the
kind
bad guys.
They kind of have a joining joist like that. So you have a thing in the arm, and then there's something that comes through and then kind of locks in.
Yeah.
And it's soft. I mean, no, that's the truth. It's not soft. It's hard, but it's so thin that it's hard to really like. You would have hard trouble with like damaging yourself on the joint.
Yeah, you'd have to throw it pretty hard.
And it would be very, very precise, and I still don't think it would hold much weight.
It's got a voice box inside. The battery is slowly dead. This is about nearly 30 years old.
So it's probably going to sound, if anything, like
we're Power Rangers. Or
now,
really
what I
do,
understand
like Furbies do.
If I may bring it forward to the camera, is the mouth on this thing. Now.
Oh, I never noticed that before. Why is that there?
Why? Like, did the helmets have mouths?
No.
So.
Wait, I don't think so. I don't think they did.
If they did, why has he got that there? Like, a weird expression.
I'm just gonna have a look. Oh, they did.
Don't I want to kiss you, baby?
They had. It's really weird. Just looked at the costume online.
Yeah.
So they had a cutout for the mouth, but it was silver. So the cutout wasn't actually the person's mouth. It was a cutout to depict the mouth, but it wasn't actually the character's mouth.
So that's actually pretty accurate then.
Yeah. I don't know if the illusion was to be their robots of some description.
It looks like it might have a moustache. But
hey.
The upper lip looks like a posh man's
moustache.
Yeah.
Man, and looks like he's smiling underneath that, so he's having a great time.
What is with the dinosaurs on the belt on the middle?
So they had dinosaur. I think they had dinosaur powers or whatever. Because obviously the helmet as well was the same. Right. I know the Green Ranger could summon, I think, a dinosaur, a dragon, and as could the white one, I think, as well.
Yeah. I remember having the toys where I'll have to find them. You could like press the belt buckle and their heads would flip round.
Yeah.
So they'd have the helmet and then they'd have their normal self. But the green and the white person was the same bloke.
What was it?
Yeah, so I don't know if that was the same in the show. See, I don't remember the TV show too well. I remember having the sticker book of the TV show.
Yeah.
And I remember watching the movie with the Ooze guy.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
And really not liking that film, but I loved the Ooze man. But yeah, so Mighty Morphin Power Rangers never really got kicked off for me.
No, I remember the white one was really cool. I remember the one of the villains was a lady who I think she was like a swamp lady or something. She was quite like a witch. I think.
Yeah, I remember her. Yeah, really campy acting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then I remember the white Power Ranger was pretty cool. I know the green one had a dragon. He had a flute, a dagger that was also a flute, and he could summon the dragon that way, which was pretty cool. The white one had musical White Ranger gloves that I wore, and I took to show and tell in year 1 in school, so we were about 5-6 years old, and I was waiting really impatiently on Friday afternoon to show my item, and when you did the punch motion when you put your hands together like this for the readers or for the viewers, it's then the Go Power Rangers song.
Go Power Rangers.
That's exactly it. Whoa was all added for it. And I was so excited that in the middle of someone else's show and tell, I couldn't help but just whack my hands together, do the song, and everyone and my teacher looked at me and scowled, and I just sat there getting pink. Pretty much as red as the sky is right now, to be honest. That was fun. I just couldn't help it.
I actually have my own version of this. It's actually a small version. It's the Black Power Ranger.
Oh yeah.
It has the same joint system, the same shoes. It's just smaller and doesn't have a voice box. And do you remember Carl?
From school.
Yeah, Carl.
Yeah, I do remember him. Yeah.
He had the blue one.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And we brought them both into school once. Like, bring your teddy to school.
Yeah.
I wanted to be cool, and I brought my Power Ranger.
That is the coolest of teddies, of course.
And of course, black being the coolest
masculine, macho colour.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
So I think I won that one.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you went yellow or pink. Those are obviously the weaker colours.
Those most certainly. I wouldn't want those more so now than I would.
Well, yeah, true.
You see, yes. Good quality product though, isn't it? Like I said, I really like the joint system. You can see it had a voice box in it. I mean, there's the groin for everyone out there.
Hey.
Legs in the air.
This kind of show. Yeah. Right. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. Oh yeah.
Come and watch me morph. Let's have a look at the label here. It says Kid Dimension, a subsidiary of Hasbro.
Yeah, everything's Hasbro at the time, Hasbro. I guess, wasn't it?
It's from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. That's Kid Dimension. Made in China.
Oh.
It's Japanese. So it was an American show based on Japanese sort of culture, right?
Yeah, the products are made in China, so it's a very multicultural,
the belt,
multinational product.
I should say the belt is actually not attached, so I could get my finger in there as well.
Hey.
See that there? That's pretty cool effects. I like that. Constantly in a robot pose. I like it quite a bit. There we go. You can see on the back here. It opens up. I didn't notice that before. You can open up the back. I actually had a Gizmo. Is it Gizmo? Gremlins.
Oh, yeah.
And you used to be able to tear open the back and pull out little
that's really
baby
cool.
ones.
Can you replace the batteries? You probably could.
Yeah, I think that's pretty unscrewed there. There's the voice generating box. Not sure how it's triggered. It's no squeeze motion.
I assume it's this press one, isn't it? Yeah.
It's
not worked for a
long
time.
No, not in the hand, not in the feet. Very odd. Extra points for padding on the knees to make him emphasise that he's got knees. I
very muscly. The Power Ranger was very muscly, fighting a lot of crime. I like
that quite a lot. So wait, how long have you had this?
Nearly 30 years.
30 years.
Story behind it is my nan bought it for me when I was a very tiny child, all those years ago. I was obsessed, of course. I had the outfit and everything. And it was an interesting story when I would sleep every single night with it. I couldn't sleep without it for a number of years. And then when I first went to stay at my nan's house on my own ones without my mum and dad, when she was making me dinner, I realised that I hadn't got it, so I started to panic and cry as I did as a child. And my nan called my mum and dad, and then they sent it up to me in a cab. So a cab rolled up outside my nan's with my Power Ranger in the front seat.
Wow!
And I had a great night then, you know.
Incredible.
Also, there was a scene. So for dinner that night, my nan asked what I wanted, and she would tend to make anything because she was a very good cook. And I think I watched a video of Mighty Mouse. Did you have a Mighty Mouse as a kid?
I do remember Mighty Mouse, yeah.
So there was a scene in that when the guy was going to a restaurant and the waitress said, what do you want for dinner? He said, give me a plate of beans. I don't know what it meant, but it obviously didn't mean just baked beans. So when my nan asked me what I wanted, I said for a joke, give me a plate of beans. And for that night for dinner, I had 2 cans of Heinz baked beans on a plate. And I was too I didn't want that, you know, I like beans, I didn't want that amount of beans. That was quite a significant amount of beans. But I was too embarrassed to sort of say, actually, Nan, can I have a normal dinner? So she made me the beans and just ate them and just sat and, you know, chatted and then went to bed with my red Power Ranger in tow.
That is the origin of Mr. Bean.
There you go. Someone, a man was happening to walk past at the time, heard me say plate of beans. He thought, hang on, that's a good basis for a comedy sketch. Rowan Atkinson happened to be walking the streets of Borehamwood just at that minute, and then, you know, the rest is history. So you're welcome, everyone.
Absolutely brilliant. What happened to this franchise? Is it still around?
I think it's still around. There's loads of different sort of versions of it.
That doesn't surprise me.
I think it's one of those. I think you're only fans of Power Rangers for a limited amount of time. It only appeals for a certain age of child, I think, doesn't it? It's not even one that you already carries on into adulthood. I've never heard anyone say they still watch it. Whereas, you know, a lot of kids programs people still watch it as an adult. But there's quite a few ones. They're all very colourful still. They're all pretty fancy now. That, you know, the outfits are a lot more. They look a lot more high tech as opposed to back then. Yeah, the acting is not quite as campy and sort of very weirdly, bizarrely sort of done. You know, really big movements and stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to get the off way, so it's very melodramatic now.
Actually, I'm not watching it for time to go. It may well be. I'm not too sure.
Big guys in big rubbery costumes.
Oh yeah,
villains. Yes, that's quite funny. When they get punched and you can just see the costume kind of take a bit of a hit.
That's it. You watch all the effects, and it's a lot of sort of, you know, futuristic robot effects, lights and stuff.
Yeah, I suppose you get lots of CGI and now a lot more
as opposed
see-through, juicing stuff. Yeah, to go along with what it was. Now there was a rival to this. But for the life of me, I can't remember what it's called. I want to say Starship Troopers, but it wasn't Starship Troopers. Was it something like Stormtroopers? No, Stormtroopers is Star Wars. Something Troopers, or Star something. Do you remember it? I'm probably completely wrong.
I can remember for being a kid. I remember Street Sharks. I remember.
No, they were like the Power Rangers, exactly like Power Rangers. Like with live action suits, and they had a robot butler, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Should watch that.
What was that called? Oh, that's going to drive me nuts.
Do you want me to see if I can find out?
Yeah, go on. It was a show like Power Rangers. It'll be the first thing that comes up, I promise you.
Transformers. Thundercats?
No.
Spider-Man? Obviously not. I keep looking in the background. Monsuno.
Yes, but I do think it's a good product.
I would. It's got a lot of sentimentality to it.
Thank you for bringing it in.
You're welcome. I'm going to take it home. So I can sleep without it now, but I'd prefer to take it home.
Yes, of course. It just reminds me of my childhood of bringing in your teddy bear to school because I brought in the Black Power Ranger. So. And as I say, it was a smaller version of this, so this is actually quite good to see it in a larger scale. Most certainly, yes.
Was it Big Bad Beetleborgs?
No,
I don't think it was that. It
was honestly something like it sounded like Starship Troopers or something like that. I know it wasn't that. It was like that. Vision.
Masked Rider. Oh, I used to love that.
Vision. Virtual Fight. Is it virtual? Oh, I'll get closer. I think it was Virtual something. Virtual Troopers. Search Virtual Troopers. It's Virtual Troopers or Virtual Troopers? Yeah.
VR Troopers.
VR Troopers! That was it! VR
yeah, they do actually. Very, very similar.
VR Troopers, guys. That was the one I remember.
There you go. Only 2 seasons, though. Oh, but 92 episodes. That was the season. Absolutely huge of the season.
Yeah, I suppose they ran for a year each then.
Wow, alright.
Yeah. Bloody hell. But yeah, VR Troopers, that's the one I was thinking of, yeah. I think that one was actually made in Japan as opposed to the Power Rangers one.
Yeah, may well be actually. Oh, that's really interesting.
There you go. And that was the Red Power Ranger named Eric.
Eric, that's not his official name, but you know. And he asking, how much did you love being here today? And he loved it this much.
Oi!
There you go.
And that's the TAT today. Hey up, Eddie.
Hello, mate.
I want you to tell all the people at home why they should like and subscribe.
Well, the videos you see on this channel are a great way to spend a few extra minutes you've got when you're washing up or you're having a bath, you're making a cup of tea, you know.
What?
Oh, what's that?
Wait just a minute.
Yep.
Did you say washing up?
I did.
Well, that's the key word.
Whoa.
Don't you want more of this,
yeah.
baby?
Subscribe to his OnlyFans for further content.
Or just like and subscribe to
Or just like and subscribe.
this video.
You want to keep it PG, so.
Whey!